Fahd al-Hilli was an amazing scholar. After he passed away, there was a great scholar in Najaf who would go to Karbala every Thursday night for the ziyarah of Imam al-Hussein. It's highly recommended. Before he would go to the shrine of Imam Hussein, as he would come from Al-Qibla Street, he would stop by the grave of Ibn Fahd al-Hilli. He would recite Surah Al-Fatiha for his soul, then he would go. Several years later, one night in his dream, he saw that it's the day of judgment and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put the scholars in paradise. He was very happy. He himself was a great scholar. So when he went into that garden which he was dreaming of in his dream, he was looking for Ibn Fahd al-Hilli. He was told, this is the Jannah of the ulama. He was looking for Ibn Fahd al-Hilli. He searched, he saw many of scholars of the past whom he had heard about. He couldn't find Ibn Fahd al-Hilli. Why is he not here? So he asked, he told them, where is Ibn Fahd al-Hilli? Shouldn't he be here? They told him, no, he's in a different Jannah. He asked where? He was told he's with the Anbiya. He's with the prophets. He was shocked. So he went close to that Jannah of the Prophet. He met Ibn Fahd al-Hilli. He told him, I have a question. First of all, every Thursday night when I come from Najaf to Karbala and I recite Surah Al-Fatiha for your soul, does this reach you? He says, yes. Every Thursday night you come, you recite Fatiha for me, and the thawab reaches me. So thank you so much for this. And from here, from Alam al-Barzakh, I pray for you. Number two, he told him, Ibn Fahd, you're not with Jannatul Ulama. You're not with the scholars in paradise. You're with the prophets. How? What did you do? He told him, I really don't have something that I could say I did, an achievement, that Allah gave me this honor. He was being humble. But there's one thing that I did that made me in this Jannah. Every morning before I would go to my work, before I would do any activity, every morning before I would go and do any activity, I would, for example, open the Holy Quran or the book of Hadith, and I would tell myself, I am the slave and God is the master. Ahlul Bayt are the masters. What does a slave do back then in slavery society? What does a slave do? In the morning, you wake up early, you go to your master, give me a list. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do today? He said, every single thing that I wanted to do, I would tell myself, I am the slave. See what your master wants from you. I would open the Quran, this verse, Allah wants me to do this. I find, for example, the book of Kafi, I open it, I see this hadith, I implement it. In everything that I did, I would ask myself, I am the slave, they're the master. How can I, as a slave, do this act the best way that my master will accept it? And for this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me the status. He put me with the prophets. Remember throughout the year that we're who? Sometimes we human beings, we're so arrogant. We think we run the show, it's my life, I make the decisions, I call the shots. And we forget we're slaves to Allah. To keep the spirit of Laylatul Qadr every single day, remember, I'm a slave. What does my master want from me? If I go to school, what does my master want from me to do at school? How do I interact with my classmates? At home, how do I deal with my parents, with my children? At work, how do I deal with my partners, with my clients, with my colleagues? I'm a slave, Allah is the master. What does the master want from the slave? Doesn't Imam Ali alayhi salam in the munajat, Mawlaya ya Mawlaya, Anta al-Mawla wa ana al-Abd. Wa hal yarhamu al-Abda illa al-Mawla. Mawlai, my master, you're the master and I'm the slave. And only the master, he can have mercy on his slave.